one. Okay. I am going to attempt this May Mass Make Mayhem and Makeup for 2025. It is a Dear Julie Julie challenge. I haven't done those for a while, but I've done the last 2 months. Shared my altered book with you and my Reader's Digest book with you on here that I've done the last couple months. But this is what we start with. We have lists of 17 things that we have to pick. 3 of these random draws. It's set up that you pick 2 random draws and then 1, and then the 3rd one you can pick yourself, or you can just make everything random. Well, I decided to go full on mayhem. Everything is random. So this is what I started with that I can use. This is all that I can use on the things. And then, of course, we can use all of our mixed medias and stencils and punches and sewing machine, Cricut, heat gun, glue gun, tapes, tools, stamps, that type of stuff, and as many book pages and envelopes and washi that you want. But that's what it is. So I started with this, which led to, I did my spinner. It's a short. I know it was horrible. I was recording off of a computer screen. It was pixelated. But anyway, it's there. So I went to this. I understand this. Well, I thought I understand it. Let me rephrase that. But I drew and I numbered them as I drew them in my second choice. And then I spun it a 3rd time to get my 3rd choices. And then elements that I had to make. Well, it led to this. I'm going to say I thought I had it right. When I was reading off of this, this is the numbers I was supposed to read. Sometimes I'd mess up and read these. And so I wrote them down wrong and I had to go back and recheck. So I marked those out. But things I have to make, I have to make a scrappy notebook with a pocket, and I can use lace, scraps of paper, and music. I need to make a yarn and twine fancy edge round tag with a job. I can use ink sprays and paint and wax, any kind of tape and stamps. An envelope, oval gift card thing. It's a gift holder with a tag. I got map, music, and metal. So that one's going to be pretty easy because, there's lots of paper involved there. Shaker tag, junk mail. So I had some junk mail in a magazine with the 2 that spun on those. So that's going to be able to be helpful there. An over the page pocket, flowers, map, and tissue. So tissue paper and map, that's going to give me some paper to use there. That worked out pretty good. And I've got my camera down so low and I'm trying to make sure I'm in view, but I'm not. Probably will get out of it, and I apologize. I need to make a large file card. I have tape, stamps, and a map. So thank goodness map came up in there. So at least gives me some paper. A waterfall with 4 different waterfalls. I have stamps, stickers, and tape. Yeah. But luckily, we do use her digitals. So I do have her digitals available to use for those waterfalls. And these things will be added to it. I have a crisscross journal card, a napkin, lace, and stickers. A mini masterboard, stickers, fabric, and a wild card. And that's my choice of a wild card. I don't know what I'm using yet. But being a masterboard, odds are it's going to be some type of paper. A trifold pocket, packaging, a wild card, and flowers. So that wild card's going to help me. The packaging, I can use the paper from packaging. So that'll work out on that. Hidden altered paper clip, a wild card, a package, and ink. The wild card, thank goodness that came in there because I at least can have my metal for my hidden paper clip. But I know how to make a paper clip that will work. So I don't know. I might choose something else for my wild card. Angle flip, fabric, inks, and a napkin. I'll have to use the digital for my paper on that one, unless I want to do it all in fabric. Motion on napkin. I've got a technique that I'm going to use for napkins that'll actually make it like a paper. So might not even have to worry about anything on there. A movable embellishment, magazine, tissue or pattern paper, and scraps of paper. So there's plenty of stuff there. Envelope dresser, Music, flowers, and junk mail. So junk mail is going to give me my paper. Hidden postcard, journaling card, scraps of paper, junk mail, and fabric. Accordion wrap over, travel pocket. Tissue, magazine, or packaging. A yarn twine fancy ready edge stitched, metal or foil. I'm in luck because I don't know how it's going to fit, but it might with the gold. I do have metal gold thread, and it has metal in it, so I can use that to use for that, and a napkin and lace. And I think I know how to, I'll be able to use my napkin to make a twine type thing. I think I know how to do that. I've got an idea. And lace, of course, if I have lace and cut it, the edging off of it, that will work like thread. So I'm not really, and this was all random. I literally did spinners. That's what that video to prove that I did it. So if anybody wants to slow it down, because I sped it up 8 times to make it really short, or it'd been like 20-some minutes long. Who wants to watch that? It's like watching paint dry. But these were all random. And they actually turned out pretty neat. Now, I'm going to have to get creative on some of them. But I think, let's see what I do. This is the challenge for me, is just to see what I can come up with, because that's what I like to do. I like to be challenged. I've actually already went through and picked out, these are like, I've got them, what it is and what I'm allowed to use. And I've already picked out some digitals that I've cut out, sort of cut out, and match them. Don't look at my messy ones. My ink was running out, but I said, you know what? It won't hurt to have a pop of purple. But I've already cut out my digitals and used and have them paper clipped ready to go. And now I've just got to find my other stuff to get in a little kit and get it laid out on here and get it in a box so that I'll know what to use. But let's see how this mayhem goes this May. I'll catch you all later and wish me luck.